see this video this week?
Neymar Jr.
This is Neymar, legendary Brazilian footballer being called up for this summer's World Cup in the United States, and the entire nation of Brazil absolutely losing their mind over it. Now, before I begin this, I should say I totally understand why Neymar is so beloved, obviously, especially in Brazil. He has represented them possibly better than any other player they've ever had as their top scorer. He's never no-showed at a World Cup or a major tournament or anything like that. He plays such a beautiful and fun style of football that represents this bygone era. And, I understand that he should be loved and appreciated for that, even though he hasn't won one of the big ones yet. But make no mistake, with all of the injuries Neymar has suffered in his career, he just isn't the same player, and if Carlo Ancelotti elects him to start in the World Cup, it will likely be to the detriment of the team. The reaction to Neymar's selection is something I want to focus on. It's become increasingly apparent to me that sports viewers are clinging to the past now more than ever. A few months ago, I did a video on bad sports nostalgia talking about this kind of thing, but to expand on it, I pose this question. Have our sports become so mundane that we have to manufacture big events by pulling our old toys out of mothballs when we should have grown out of them? The Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather fights are good examples. It shocks me that there was an audience to watch Floyd Mayweather in his 40s fight a guy twice his size in Logan Paul, and subsequently see Mike Tyson in his 60s fight Jake Paul. Nothing was cool about either of those things, and they certainly didn't remind us why we watch sports. We watch sports for Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, the best athletes in the world competing with each other, pushing themselves to the limit, and now it kind of feels like the World Cup is selling itself short of that too. Why are we still forcing Messi and Ronaldo onto the same pitch when one plays for Inter Miami and the other for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia? This happened not long ago. Is that not insane? Do people not see their love and nostalgia for these athletes being exploited before their very eyes? Hey man, I enjoyed that Argentina World Cup run about as much as anyone outside of Argentina. I'm a lifelong Messi guy, but it kind of drives me nuts that there's a new generation of soccer fans who think Messi's claim to the GOAT argument was cemented by the World Cup in 2022 when he was 34 years old. No, dummy. He was being hailed as the best player ever in 2011. And Cristiano Ronaldo talk about holding on for dear life. Is no one going to come out and say it? That Portugal is better off without him? That when they benched him in the last World Cup, albeit under a different manager, they were right to do it, and the decision was backed up by a Gonzalo Ramos hat trick? Will no one speak up for what is true, or are we just going to keep clinging to the past and not allowing our sports to move forward? Hell, it's the same thing in the NBA. Over the past 3 years, the NBA has milked every last drop out of LeBron James and Steph Curry. Even though neither are good enough to be the best player on a true championship contender anymore, Steph maybe if he could stay healthy, but you see my point. Now the NBA has a literal savior on the horizon in Victor Wembanyama, but the failure to replace LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant has proven to be a damaging blow to the league in the past couple of years. How are we as sports fans meant to ever see what we all want to see, which is something we've never seen before, if we keep getting worse and worse versions of the players that once captivated our imaginations? Seriously, do you remember watching LeBron in 2018? Do you remember early Splash Brothers days? Are you old enough to remember Messi tearing apart Manchester United in the 2011 Champions League final? How about Ronaldo's bicycle kick versus Juventus? Or young Neymar, the golden boy of the 2014 World Cup? Can we just go back? You know what, I'm saying all these things. I too do not know what I'm going to do without Messi. What life will be like when I can't see Neymar trying to rainbow at the World Cup. When Ronaldo can't make a frustrated gesture at his teammate for not squaring it to him. When LeBron can't take over a playoff game. When Steph can't be the best show in sports at any given moment. You know what? If no one else is going to take up the mantle, if the Thunder are going to win championships fouling and foul baiting, if Arsenal are going to hold opposing goalkeepers on their way to a title, and campaign for their goalkeeper to be footballer of the season in the Premier League, screw it, dude. I hope Messi keeps trying to dribble through entire teams until I'm dead. I hope Neymar keeps misguidedly coming back from injury. I hope Ronaldo does another 10 interviews with Piers Morgan. Hell, I hope LeBron and Steph team up this summer. If the sports world isn't going to give me a reason to grow up, I simply will not. These guys have done too much for me to want to just force them out for the better of sports, or whatever I was saying 2 minutes ago. Give us one more good one, guys. You haven't let us down yet.